Dancing in America by Barbara Diamond. Introduction. Dance is an age-old form of human expression. It is natural for people to want to express their emotions through movement and to tell stories through movement, music, and words. Passing these movements, as well as music and words, to future generations is natural too. This book covers the development of dance in America. Its chapters explore where our different types of dance came from and who the pioneers in American dance were. These were the people with the dreams, energy, and determination to explore dance, change dance, and bring dance to the public. The fact that America is made up of so many different cultures has had a big impact on dance here. Americans experience such a wide variety of dance expressions, from Native American hoop dances to tap dancing, that resulted from a mingling of African American and Irish folk dances to dance crazes like the Lindy Hop and the Hustle. Each group that immigrated to America brought its own dances, music, and stories. As people met and shared, new dances were born that are particularly American. Such dances include tap dancing, the swing, and the twist. American dance is rich, varied, and always changing, whether it's ballet, modern dance, or social and ballroom dancing. It reflects the values of our country that honor hard work and ingenuity, individual initiative and perseverance, and sharing and collaboration. This book will also show how the pursuit of dance, whether as a beginner or a star, brings many benefits to those who pursue it. As dancer and choreographer Agnes DeMille said, "Girl or boy, gifted or clumsy, learn then if you can to dance. You will stand up straighter and walk prouder the rest of your life, and you will be kinder and more polite in all physical matters and less afraid." Look at the sidebar back on page 6. On point. One of the most magical sights in ballet is watching dancers move on the tips of their toes. This is called performing on point. Only female dancers perform on their toes. Dancers buy special shoes that enable them to balance their whole body weight on their shoe tips. Dancers usually begin at age 10 or 12 to learn this technique. When dancers are younger than this, the bones in their toes are still soft. They could become harmed if they dance before their feet are fully grown and ready. The pink, satin-covered toe shoes may look delicate, but the insides are very stiff. The dancer balances on the part of her shoe called the box. The box is reinforced with a plaster-like material. There is a stiff piece called the shank in the sole of the shoe as well. This helps the dancer maintain her balance. Chapter 1. Ballet. The dance form known as ballet began in the 1500s in the royal courts of Italy and France. At that time in Europe, the royalty hired poets, artists, dancing masters, and musicians for their courts. Nobles studied dancing and fencing and were instructed in how to move and behave. Ballet today can be traced to these nobles who stood very straight and tall. Their posture also involved turning their legs out and rounding their arms. France's King Louis XIV enjoyed dancing and had lavish court events. He trained every day with his dancing instructor. When he was 12, he took part in his first ballet. Some of the parts he played were Apollo the Roman god and the Rising Sun. Because of the latter role, he was known as the Sun King. Sometimes nobles and military officials performed in his productions. These were usually based on ancient Greek and Roman myths. There were fancy sets, costumes, and music. King Louis XIV established the first ballet school in 1661. Many of today's ballet movements and positions can be traced to this time. This is why they have French names. Opera houses began to open in the late 1600s. Often, ballet was part of the performances. By this time, professional dancers performed in the ballets. By the middle of the 1700s, ballet had separated from opera. Movements took the place of the songs and words. In the early 1800s, romantic ballet began. The costumes were lighter so that dancers could move around more easily. The goal of romantic ballets was to arouse.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?